Hello everyone and welcome to this May new releases video where I have picked 6 fantasy books that is anticipated to read in May. So first up is The Girl from Nowhere, and this is written by James Maxwell, and it seems to be about Taemin and Selena, two people who has lost everything in war and battle and is now seeking for a land of refuge. So there is first Taemin, who is brought up by his aunt, and in the wasteland it seems to be that there's raiders going on to sort of destroy everything. He with nowhere to call home, he goes on this mission for revenge and meets Selena. Selena seems to have a similar fate, and she is also looking for a city called the White City, where she hopes she can get peace. So they both travel there. I believe they probably meet a lot of different threats on the way, and I also hope there will be a little bit of spark of a romance. So let's see what we can expect from this book. This book is coming out on the 1st of May, so don't forget to check it out. Next up, I have Bloodwitch by Susan Dennard, and this book will release on the 14th of May, so don't miss it. This book seems to be about Aiden and Isolde. They perhaps royals, because it says that royals have not been tested like this before, and they are trying to evade a raider king. So raider seems to be the word of May, who I then expect is going to be super bad and maybe very unfair and bring war upon the people. So in their quest to try to work together and survive, they have to fight all these sort of creatures. There's a bat on the cover, so I suspect there's perhaps just the shield of a royal family, or it could also be a sort of symbol of a lot of blood, or which I don't think, but also bat shifting. But the blurb is promising a lot of action and a lot of different characters, so I hope this is an epic book on a grand scale, where they all try to battle each other out. It says that they can't avoid the past and they can't trust each other, so maybe there's different families that are sort of being battle against each other, even though they want or not, because of an end game, perhaps a bit of Game of the Thrones. So I am really expecting great things from this book, and let's see how it turns out. So jumping on to my third pick, I also have The Curse of the Fae King by Delia Castel, and I love this cover. It looks very aesthetically pleasing with all the colors, so a great cover. This book comes out on the 28th of May, so don't forget to check it out. So this seems to be a book a bit like The Beauty and the Beast. Nevera is having her dying father abducted by fairies, and she needs to make a commitment or a pact or a promise or a payment of some sort to Drace, and that is to come with him to find 3 artifacts, magical artifacts. But on this trip they establish that there is a evil in the world who is trying to take over and sort of enslave all the mortals. So as they are trying to battle this force, they realize that to do that they have to lift this curse of this which I suppose is the Fae King, and sort of Drace, and I think she's sort of falling more and more in love with him as well, even his monstrous appearance, and to do all of these lifting of the curse and magic, there is a price, and the price seems to be Nevera's father, so she now has to to try to battle if she needs to save humankind or her father, and also then being a bit torn to trace. So she has a lot of problems going on, and it sounds like she needs to come up with a good plan if she's not going to lose her father. So a very exciting chase, and maybe some parts of magic, both dark and light magic, being sort of casted here. So it seems a very paranormal romance type of book. So it sounds brilliant. So don't forget to check that one out. It releases, as I said, on the 28th of May. So coming up to my next pick, Son of Secrets by N.J. Simmonds. And this seems, at first glance, seemed to be a triangle drama, but then it turns out there's more people involved. So it is Ella, who has been waiting 3 years to get Zack back. I'm not sure where he's been, maybe at some sort of war, but then things does not pan out as she has expected them. There is also this guy Josh in the picture, so I think she needs to choose her path. But then there's also this other woman called Lucy, who has her eyes on Zack, and apparently stops at nothing to hunt down anyone, even if it's the girl that Zack has always loved, to dispose of her threats to get to Zack. And on top of this, there seems to be a curse from the 17th century of magical witches hunting them, and there says to be a time circle that is now being completed. So a bit of time traveling, a bit of witches, and a bit of love drama, which all elements seems to be things that I enjoy reading about, so I can't wait to see how this one will finish. This one comes out on the 28th of May as well, so don't forget to check out this book. Then we jump on to the next book, War of Dragons by Bokerah, and it comes out on the 29th of May, and the only thing the blurb says is who will win the control of the dragons. And if you look at the image, it seems to be a hard task to do. So I am expecting there to be a lot of dragons, a lot of war, maybe battles, maybe disputes between the hierarchy in the ranks in the battle by the soldiers. Obviously the dragons might not want to be claimed and controlled. The people that wants to ride them might be, claiming the best dragon. Yes, so don't forget to check out this book, The War of Dragons. And the next pick we have is The Dividing, and this book is written by Devin Downing, and I thought that this was a book that I would really enjoy. It seems to have a complex hierarchy of, who is chosen to live in the Cavern city, and everyone that is left outside is fed to like dark spirits. So there's a mystical place outside the city walls. It says that if you're a lower rank inside the walls, it's not good either. There's a princess who wants to be in this guild that you have to trial out for when you get to 18. There seems to be a forgotten language spoken, and there's something about the city walls there, how it sort of feeds on it. And obviously I'm expecting that language to come back. The language spoken Adamic is a language which can apparently create worlds, humans, gods, things. So it's a very powerful language to be able to speak. And there's dilemmas, there's intrigues in the city, and it all kicks off. So a lot of magic, a lot of old secrets, old language that is supposed to translate into the trials and the tests that this Princess Rosalind have to overcome. And there's a lot of that secret element what's outside the walls. So there is also then an element of saying in Colorado there's Matt. So now I'm thinking a bit of you know, Percy and the lightning bolt, where he might end up in this world, sort of in the middle of it. Maybe he is someone special, like a prince or someone, or a person that can actually manage to overcome these trials, and I suspect he will be drawn into it all, and hopefully there's a bit of romance with Rosalind. So a complex story, and there's going to be a lot of elements here that's going to have to be told the right way, but yeah, very excited about this. This is also releasing on the 29th of May, so yeah, solid 6 books pick this month, and I hope you find one that you enjoy reading as well. So let's run through a summary of the picks that I had so far. So first off, we had A Girl from Nowhere by James Maxwell, and that will be releasing on the 1st of May. And then we had Bloodwitch by Susan Dennard, that will be releasing on the 14th of May. Then we had Delia E. Castel with Curse of the Faking, that will be releasing on the 28th of May. And then we also have on the 28th of May The Son of Secrets by N.J. Simmonds. And then we had The War of the Dragons by Bokerah Brumley, which will be releasing on the 29th of May. And last, but which one I think would probably be my favorite, The Dividing, that will be releasing on the 29th of May, written by Devin Downing. So these are my 6 picks for this month. I hope you will enjoy these stories. And if you do read them or have read ARC copies of these, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so now. And as always, I wish you a very good day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!